Good morning, good afternoon, or wherever you are. Listen, today I'm with the instructor's class. Let me just tell you about this bipolar weather here in Springfield, Missouri. Last week we had spring-like conditions. I mean, the temperature got up to like 65, 70 degrees. Today it is raining, it's cold, and there's a possibility of snow tomorrow, y'all. When I tell you this is so annoying for me every year, it is truly annoying because just when your immune system gets used to one thing, something else is coming up. I love my life here at Springfield. One thing I've never gotten used to is this weather. It is what I call bipolar. So if you're coming to the Midwest, be ready and geared up with winter, summer, and spring clothes because you will need all of them. Right now, I'm waiting on the instructors to come down here so we can do their backing evaluations. And this day, I don't even know what to say. But let me tell y'all something else. You see in my last video, I shared about one of the trips from my memory from last year going on a SUV trip with my dog. We just rode up towards the Ozark and found this beautiful lake and this beautiful path that we can walk. And I just made that a day trip. Well, I just recently had some friends who were over, y'all, and everybody who knows me knows I want a Ford Transit van so that I could turn it into my little tiny house adventure van. So guess what my guests pulled up in? They pulled up in the exact type of van that I wanted. It was a white Ford Transit van, and all I could think about was everything that I am believing for is coming to me in abundance. So what are you believing for outside of your career? What other things do you want to do to help yourself to grow and be successful? That is something that I want for my leisure and my fun time, and once I get that, I will be so happy because that means that I can take longer trips and stay gone longer. Okay. Y'all see what is parked in my driveway? I have friends visiting from California, but I am manifesting one of these in my life. Like, that is such a cute, it's a Ford. And it seats a lot of people. There's a whole family here, but look at that. It's coming to me. It came to my house. I'm excited. All right, y'all, real quick before this video starts, I got to tell you about yesterday. Last week, in fact, was probably a nice spring-like conditions. Our temperatures got up in the 60s. It was nice and warm. Last night, all I heard was wind blowing, and another small branch fell off the ginormous tree that's in my front yard. That's a whole nother discussion. But anyway, I kept hearing this wind, and it was waking me up last night. And so at about 3:30 this morning, I went to go look outside, and there was snow. It was snowing, y'all. Bipolar, Missouri. That's what you can expect when you go here. Now, by the time I got home this evening, you couldn't even tell that there was snow on the ground. All of that little bit that came down was already disappeared, but it was cold and windy all day. So I cannot stress enough that when you do get on a truck with your trainers, while you're out there, make sure you have the proper gear on your truck available so that when you go into these cold states like Missouri, you're already well equipped to be in those elements, because there is nothing worse than being freezing cold. I was out there with our trainers today, and I'm telling you, the wind was blowing so hard on top of the cold from that snow that happened overnight. And it was such a small layer, but the aftermath from the wind and the cold, it was bone chilling cold. And if I didn't have my gear from Refrigiwear, and this is no plug for them, guys, I would have been freezing out there. The only thing that was cold was my fingertips. So I was out there for hours to make sure that they all had those maneuvers down so that they can train their students. But man, be ready for this. As long as it's cold in some states, you ought to have those type of gears. And even when it's not cold, have a sturdy jacket, one that is, I'm not talking a jacket, I'm really talking a coat, one that will keep your whole body protected. All right, y'all, I just got finished with the instructors class. Those who are doing TNT training, who are training our students on how to do the job. There's PSD trainers and there are TNT trainers. The PSD trainers need 2 years experience to help somebody to get their CDL. The TNT trainers only need 6 months because basically they're showing our students how to do the job. And so I really had to focus on making sure they can all back up. There were only 8 that came through for TNT trainers, and the PSD trainers I will finish tomorrow. But I have to make sure that they can back up the truck, because if they can't back up the truck, guess who else won't be able to back up? The student. So even as somebody who has 6 months or more experience on the backing, not everybody is capable. So then I got to take extra time to really hone in those backing skills, just like I did today. And it was good. I had 2 people that I really needed to make sure their confidence was up, because the last thing I want is somebody out there who doesn't know how to take the time and focus to help somebody else succeed. And that's what we're in this for, right? We're in it to help a student to accomplish their dream. They cannot accomplish their dream if they are not confident in their trainers. And several times here in our training program, we will work with these people to make sure they are up to a standard to help a student. Now all we need is for our students to get in the truck and be willing to learn from the person, because a lot of times, especially if they already have their CDL, they think they know more than the trainer, and they might be a better backer, or they might have some understanding because they went through training. But in order to get through the TNT portion of their training, they have to be able to trust that person, that they have done the job. This person who is now a TNT student, they've never done the job, or their experience is stale, or they went to truck driving school 2 years ago but never had a job in the trucking industry. So we need to make sure that they're capable of helping that student to succeed so that they can get through the upgrade process. That could begin at a minimum of 30,000 miles. When they do 30,000 miles on the truck with a trainer, that's the total miles that the truck does, then they will be able to upgrade. We want our students to be able to fully be able to do the job, not just finish those miles. So if you're coming here to Prime and you've heard that during your TNT you only have to do 30,000 miles, guys, that is the minimum requirement. Sometimes you need to stay on that trainer's truck a little bit longer because you don't have those backing skills down, or you don't understand how it is you're supposed to do all the things you have to for the job. We don't want you just to push through our program. We are producing the next generation of CDL drivers that represent Prime. So in order for that to happen, guys, you got to be able to proficiently pick up a load, deliver it on time, go across time zones, be able to back in and get that load delivered in a timely fashion. We don't want you to be at a shipper and receiver pulling up 50 times in order to back up the truck. We need you to be able to just get there, back into your spot, get unloaded so you can get to your washout or, on to the next load. It is a team effort, and that's what our trainers are here for. You have a team of people who are wishing for your success, and so your role in all of that is basically to trust that trainer to get you to where you're trying to go. Sorry, I'm trying to update my logs, guys, on this system. And I'm just telling you, we all have a vested interest in our driver's success, in our trainees' success, because without drivers, none of us have a job, right? And so our goal is to make sure that every one of our students and every one of our trainers are competent in what they do. And I think we have some pretty good trainers. I didn't say perfect, I said pretty good trainers. Like, these people know what they're doing. Now we just need the students to be able to get on the truck and learn from the person. So this is our training pad. If you're coming to Prime, this is where you're going to be working with your trainer. Okay, there's our truck wash. This is the side where drivers go park or they pick up their reefer trailers. I am inside a Freightliner truck, and here is the dash. This is the old Qualcomm system. It's just very, very standard and very basic. You've already seen a tour of one of these before. There's your top bunk up there. There's a place for your microwave. There's your top bunk. There's the net. We got a closet back here, and we've got a drawer, a desk set up. And again, this is all very basic. This truck doesn't have the Netrodyne camera installed in it yet, but it is going to get there. Now, I want to talk to you, those of you who are thinking about coming to Prime. I am going to say that when you get on your trainer's truck, learn to respect the rules of their house, because that's where they live and where they work while they are out on the road. If your trainer tells you you can't have a Bluetooth headset, you can't have a Bluetooth headset. If they say all the shoes in the front of the truck and the only thing allowed in the back is, slippers, then you have to respect it. It's just like coming into somebody's tiny house and you are a guest in that house. You want to make sure you're respecting the person's house. You wouldn't want to come into somebody's house and it's your first time and you just take off your coat and just throw it anywhere, take off your shoes and put them anywhere. That's not how this works, right? We want you guys to be respecting that person who is taking the time away from their family to help you succeed. Be courteous and be respectful. I'm not telling you to just tolerate anything. That's not what we want. What we want is for you as a student to understand that this person has a job to do, and it's not to be your friend, but it is to help you to get where you're trying to go. So make sure that once you get on their truck, that you are open and willing to the learning experience. This is your classroom, guys. When you get on your classroom, and you are working with your teacher, which is your PSD or your TNT trainer, just understand that they do have your best interest in mind, and the only person that can stop your success is you, okay? Sometimes our minds get in the way. Sometimes your trainer will be telling you to pull to the left and you think you should go to the right. Get out of your head and get out of your own way, and understand that they are never going to tell you to do something that's going to hurt you or them. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's so easy to let your car driving skills get in the way, okay? We don't want that. We want you to learn how to drive a truck because it's a truck. You can't have this steering wheel. Look, you can't have this steering wheel down in your seat. Check me out. You can't have it down pinning your legs. You want that steering wheel up so there is room for you to be able to move your legs when you're driving. And you know, our goal is for you to be successful, but you got to want it more than we do for you, because it is very hard for a trainer who wants your success more than you do to work with you and to train you. We have very competent people here, and all it takes is just following simple directions and just working on following directions every single day. I'm also going to encourage you, if you're going to be training at Prime or any other company, ask questions. When we don't know anything, it's because usually either maybe the trainer didn't communicate it to you well, and that is not the way that you learn, or you never did anything to be proactive in your training. You cannot be sitting in the truck with your trainer, whether you're in the passenger seat or the driver's seat, and not ask questions. Guys, this is about you going out there and being safe. There have been too many wrecks out there in trucks, and it makes no sense to me. Sometimes people are cutting off trucks, and I understand that, and other times it's just because we're not taking our time to learn and do what our trainer is telling us, and then a full-on panic attack will happen, and now you're putting both of our lives in danger. That's not what we want. We want you to come out here in this industry and be a continual learner. Okay, even when you get your CDL and you've been driving for a year or 2 or 5 or 10, you should always be learning. Always be learning. I am 34 years in as a CDL holder, and guess what, guys? I learn something new all the time. Every week I have a class of students or I have a class of instructors, and they all need help. And in order for me to best serve them, I'm not so smart that I can't learn from them. Sometimes it's as simple as learning how they learn. When I figure out how they learn, it helps me to be able to work with them before they get with their trainer. So I hope this video helped you. It's not very long today. I just wanted to, share a few pointers and hope that you got something that you can gravitate to. If there is any type of particular video that you want to watch as it relates to getting your CDL or training, please get in touch with me. If you're a woman who's thinking about coming in the industry and you don't know where to start or what to do, and you have a question about that, please leave that in the comments. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and continue to hit that notification bell so that you can get all of my videos when they come. Y'all, thank you so much for watching my channel. I truly appreciate you. Have a blessed, wonderful, and safe day. Bye.